I am finally to making the boho dress. I'm kind of excited about this. I have a lot of plans to go to the beach this summer. Actually, I have like a couple of plans of going to the beach this summer. One of them is like a week-long family vacation that we are going to be at the beach. And so I figured it would be nice to have some like boho bohemian style beach wear dresses. Something I can wear that's comfy, breezy, flowy, that I would like to wear at the beaches, but also like cover most of myself, so I don't have to apply sunblock every 2 hours like a religion, because the joys of having redheaded parents. Anyway, so I would like to make something like that. My original game plan was I have lots and lots. Oh, it's already falling off the bolt. I have lots and lots of this. See, you could see lots of it. Of this pink fabric with little like, I want to say flowers, but they're not really flowers. So like I'll bring it up and show you. They're kind of like dots that make a flower. Kind of make a flower. They're not really flowers. But anyway, there's a lot I have a lot of this fabric, and I was originally thinking, cool, I can make a 50s dress and a boho dress with it. And maybe I'll get back to making a boho dress with this, but the universe told me, nah, not today. I went to my local thrift store that I love oh so very much, and there was this bolt of black cotton fabric. Do you know how rare it is for me to find at a thrift store, anywhere really, black cotton fabric, especially for dirt cheap at a thrift store? Yeah, this whole roll of black cotton fabric was, I believe, like $6 or $8. Yeah, $6 or $8 for this whole bolt. And I was super excited because originally it was on a smaller bolt. I've recently changed the bolt, but it was originally on a smaller bolt, and it all was like, originally most of the pieces were folded on the bolt. At least one end looked like it was folded, and the other end was all the ends, all the remnants. And I was so excited because I was like, oh, cool, it's double the length, you know, how it normally is on a bolt. And I saw that the end that was all the little end pieces, the little salvage edge, that's the word I'm looking for. All the salvage edge pieces I could see were damaged. They had tons of little holes in them, or you could see like right here, it's got like a giant, probably can't see because it's black on black, but yeah, there's like a giant hole. But I was like, okay, that's probably just the outer few layers. It's probably just because it's been stored not correctly for a while. Yeah. So I just figured it was the outer few layers. Still bought the whole entire bolt. Went home. Went to go wash it, unroll it, and wash it. And I had a conniption fit. And because let's see, let me unpin this and show you, or chuck that pin. Yeah, this first layer is thinner than the rest, or the first couple of layers. Yeah. Now you can see this is what the outer one looked like. They were all folded to be about this same width. But you can see all the damaged holes, and I was like, it's just the outer layer, it's fine. And now, once again, not that they all have holes. It's literally this whole thing is in small chunks, strips. And the whole bolt, the whole way through, has damage on the salvage edge, like holes right here. You can see that hole right there. Another one. The whole way through is in strips like this with holes on the end. That's why it was there at the thrift store for, $6 to $8. Oh man, this is not a great view. But we're gonna work with it. We're gonna work with it. So editing Raven here. Two quick things I want to bring up. One is my next video is my birthday video, and last year I filmed myself making a birthday cake and answered some Q&As. So I plan on doing the same thing for this year. I'm gonna make myself a birthday cake well, my husband and I birthday cakes. And then answer your guys' questions. So please comment down below some questions that you have for me, and I will try to answer as many as I can during the next video. Number 2, while editing this video back here, I noticed I didn't talk about another problem I had when unrolling the bolt of black fabric back there. The other problem I had with it is it looked like it was folded, and it was double. You know how normal fabric is folded, and it's double on the bolt. When I actually unrolled it, it was only like an inch, couple inches, 2 or 3 inches folded over on the edge. So it was not double the length. It was a lie, which also made me very unhappy. But it is what it is, and I worked with it. And the dress actually came out really adorable, so stay to the end for that. Okay, now back to past me. That me. Yeah. So I was kind of mad when I was putting it in the wash, but then I was like, wait. No. As I'm unfolding it, unrolling it, and putting it in the wash, I kind of was like, wait a minute. I wanted to make a bohemian dress with, one that like has the big floofy sleeves, maybe even ruffly sleeves. I don't know. I haven't decided if I wanted to have a bunch of gathers or a big, bat wing sleeves. And I want it to have, those ruffles, one where it goes. Here, I have a pattern to show you. Ha! Like this one. I'll show you up here. I have 2 of these actually. I'll show you up here, these 2 patterns. They're Butterick 5617 and Butterick 5375. Anyway, I want the skirts to be like this, where it has the multiple tiers, like the green one on this one, and both of these on this one, all of them on this one, where it has the multiple ruffly tiers. I want the skirts to be like that. Maybe even like the tops where they're not necessarily off the shoulder, but they're the gathered tops where, I don't have to have zippers that easily slide on, slide off kind of thing. So that's kind of what I was thinking about doing with the pink fabric. So all these nice, beautiful strips will work perfect for this. Also, because I have to lose like 2 to 3 inches on every strip, I will have, this one's the thinner one. These ones are thinner. The other ones are pretty thicker. This one I think is like 24 inches wide. And if I lose like 3 inches, then, I'm at 21 inches. So that's not really like the greatest width, but it might work for some of the ruffles down below. The tiers. This, on the other hand, I believe is 36 inches across, minus, 3 inches. 3 inches this side. 3 inches. We will be down to 33 inches across, which is not bad. It's great for making those tiers. I can even probably fold it in half and make some tiers. Yeah, fold it in half and be able to make it like a decent width of the tiers. So I feel like the universe was definitely telling me I need to make it in black. I have the right fabric, the right idea. They're meshed together. I don't know what else really to use with this because they're literally all strips like this. I think the longest one I have is literally 3 yards. Most of them are a yard or under. So it will be a bit of a challenge, especially with the top, but I think I can really do it, and I can really use a lot of this fabric. I don't think this fabric could really be used for much else because it is so many strips. So it is definitely the universe being like, make a black one. So do I think it's going to be hot and annoying and miserable to wear a black dress to the beach? Probably. I really do. Probably. But I have ideas. This dress could be for so many other things. So it could feed my Gothic soul. Yes, I know Gothic Bohemian just doesn't match, and it feels wrong. It feels totally wrong to say Goth and Bohemian together. But we're going with it. It's going to be a style. But I could do things. I can use this to make like any Halloween or anything. Feel my Gothic soul. I could make corsets and put it over it. I could dress up as a vampire. I could dress up as, you know, witchy themed, witchy vibes. I could go just plain goth and feel my Gothic soul for the day. I don't know. There's a lot I can go with this, and I'm excited. There's a lot that you could do with just a plain black dress. And I'm excited to have a plain black dress just to add to my wardrobe, to just accessorize and feed my Gothic soul. So I normally don't always dress goth, but I do have a goth side. Normally it's like pink goth or Lolita goth, but I get to wear an all black dress, and I'm excited to add one to my everyday wardrobe. Anyway, the patterns I'm going to use, I don't really think I need a pattern for the skirts, but as I showed you before, I do have 2 patterns that do have tiered skirts. So if I do have problems or run into problems, I'll come back to these and reference these, but I really don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. You just make a giant rectangle, or you start with the whatever you want as a dress, and then you make a rectangle that's literally double the length of the hem of the bottom or the top tier. That's the word I'm looking for. Top tier. You do the bottom next tier, it's double the length, and then the tier after that is a rectangle that's double the length, and you just gather it at the top and connect it. Really don't think it's that complicated, but I do have patterns in case I forget how to do something. Okay, you hold those. For the top, I was thinking about going with this pattern. I don't have a cover for it, but I'll put it up here. And it's McCall 5923. It seems very chemise style of a dress. But it does have like that gathered top neckline. I don't really like how it has the tight sleeves, so I'm kind of wondering if I could just, whatever the width is at the top, make it the whole way down or make it a little bit wider. And then, it's more gathered at the top. But I don't know. I figure we could try it. It's a new pattern. I wanted to try it. If it all goes wrong and I don't like that pattern, I can use this pattern that's in a bag. Why are you in so many bags? Or I could use this pattern, which I have used before, and it has mock-ups in it, which is Simplicity 5545. I can do this. So this pattern, like I said, I have used in the past. I do have a mock-up. I didn't like it I just didn't feel like it looked good on me, but I also didn't like it for the project I was working on. So I'm hoping I'll try it again. If that one goes bad, I'll try it again and see if I like it. I do think it would work better for the project I'm working on, but if I remember correctly in the past, I didn't like the way it looked on me. So now I gotta reassemble all this back together eventually. Go back up here. Some things I have some elastic, because like I said, I might tighten it up on the sleeves or might go bat wing. I don't know. I do want to have some gathers around the waist, just so it's form-fitting, because I do like form-fitting around the waist, but then I don't want to have zippers, so if it's gathered with an elastic, easy on and off and tightening. So I've got a bunch of elastic, 2 different sizes, like one a really thin one kind of a medium one. I plan on putting the elastic in channels, so I have a little strip of bias tape, but I have some bias tape, some of it actually on the bias, some of it's not on the bias. I think this is what's left over of not on the bias. This is actually what's on the bias. But once again, I'm just doing the waist, so I think my non-bias will work fine for that. I also have this cute trim, which I don't know if you can see, but we'll bring it up close. It's just like a braided trim. It's nothing too fancy. It's just a normal braided standard trim. And I have quite a bit of it, as you can see. So I think that would be cute to put on the top of each tier where the tiers connect. I think that would be really cute additive decorativeness to it. And it's basic. I did think I wanted to go all black, but I do want to go all black. But part of me wanted to do this like burgundy blood red because I have a thicker, same thing, braided trim, thicker braided trim, but I thought that would be cool to put on the edges. So I might go this route and use, instead of the black, use this nice blood burgundy red for the trim to connect the tiers. I don't know, because part of me wants to use the red, but part of me is like, then I have the red theme, but part of me is like, oh, just black on black. Endless possibilities. So anyway, I have this option. I do have this option. So I think that's everything I'll need. I think this project will be great. And so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to hurry make the mock-up of the one pattern and try that on and see if I like it. If not, we'll try the other one on, see if I like it. If not, I don't know where to go. So hopefully one of those two patterns I like. But anyway, I'm going to go make a mock-up and bring it back when it's ready. This probably looks really weird in the camera. I mean, it looks weird on me. It's 70s. Just, I don't know what it is about 70s outfits, but I just don't like them on my body. At least I don't feel like it's flattering on me. It's very different. Anyway, which is very interesting because I'm making a 1970s gunny sack dress, Bohemian gunny sack dress. But gothic, but black. It's just, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna fine. It's gonna work out. I promise. Promise myself. No, I don't promise myself. It'll work out. It'll just be fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, now that I've had a little mental breakdown. Okay, 1970s. Not my favorite style. So I have kind of like pin gathered the top because it's supposed to have like a trim, and that's either supposed to have like a drawstring or an elastic in it. It's a mock-up. I don't feel like putting that kind of time and energy into it. You can also see the lines. This is the line for the pattern because it technically has a curve on the front and a seam in the front, as I showed you earlier. Which kind of infuriated me. So here's the line in case I wanted to go back to it. And then they had the natural waistline, and then I just put some lines on either side of it because you know, like I said, I'm gonna probably put elastic. Probably I'm gonna put elastic and cinch it at the waist. So I just put in lines to see if this is where I would want them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really. I'm not feeling this. I'm not feeling this at all. And it's not even because of the lines. I'm just not feeling this. It feels weird in the arms. I do kind of like the sleeves. I have to admit the sleeves aren't bad. They're not gathered, but they're not like bat wings. They're somewhere in between. As sleeves as a whole, they're not bad. Like they're decent length. I've got movement, full range of movement. But they do feel weird in the armpits. Like it feels weird. And I don't like the way this looks on my body. So, and I can't imagine like adding tiers and this looking any better. Or elastic. I wanted to see what that looked like with it cinched around my waist. Sorry, I'm hurrying tying this. Now I'm gonna look in the mirror. Yeah, that doesn't help. It does give off that witchy vibe. It does give off that witchy vibe. Like if you picture it in all black, it does kind of give off the witchy vibe. But I'm not feeling it. I'm really just not feeling it. So, I'm gonna try the other pattern on wherever it's at on this messy floor. I'm gonna try the other mock-up of the other pattern on and see which one I like best, which one's kind of going with the vibe of what I'm thinking I want to do. And hopefully I like the other one because this is not what I'm going for. I'm not feeling this. I'm not liking this. Okay, here is the other mock-up. I totally remember why I did like this dress. To start with, this side isn't gathered because when I did the little zigzag stitch with the yarn trick, the yarn broke, so it's not gatherable. Anyway, at least for a mock-up, it's not worth it. Yeah, I totally remember why I hated this dress. A, the pattern looks awful. B, this thing is itchy as crap. But I'm actually wondering if it's the fabric. I think I thought that too last time, was I think it was the fabric. I think if I put a trim on it, like the other pattern has still exists, so it has. Not the dead pattern. Anyway, if I think I put a trim on it and put like elastic, I think it might be more comfortable. But yeah, this bunch of gathers is really itchy. It also might be the fabric. But here it is with me putting like an elastic around the waist. The only problem I have with this pattern is it doesn't have a long sleeve, but it's literally like a square. It's actually almost the exact same pattern just as the one I tried before, but it is, I get this knot. But it's just like bigger, more blown up, so it's more gathers. So oddly enough, now that I'm putting it on, I'm realizing that. So it's just like a big square, so it will be big and billowy the whole way down. I just probably have to extend it to whatever the length is of that other pattern, maybe a little bit more, just so if I do put gathers, I have fluff between the gathers. Anyway, I'm gonna look in the mirror. Okay, yeah, it does look better. It does give off, once again, it does give off witchy vibes. It is kind of more what I'm going for. It is more gathered, bunchy. It's kind of more what I'm going for, but I still don't feel like it's 100% me. But I do like it better than the other pattern, so it gives off right now, it gives off seriously scarecrow vibes. This fabric was not a good choice for a mock-up. It is very scarecrow vibe, especially with like the stitching ruffling. Feel very scarecrow. But I'm trying to picture it all black, and I think I'll like it. I think I'll like it in black. We're just gonna trust the process and go with it. So I think I'll go with this pattern, and I will cut. Ooh, I just hit my mic. So I think I'll go with this pattern, and I think I'll go cut it out of the black and just build this dress, and hopefully I like it, because I'm questioning myself now. But anyway, on to making the actual dress using the actual black fabric. It's always the most terrifying part, cutting into your fabric, but it's cool. It's crappy black fabric anyway. So first off, these two patterns are actually way more different than I thought they were, and that's going to end up being besides the point. I was going to use this one for length, but you'll see why I can't do that now. So, to this pattern right here. This is it on the fabric. I have the 2 inches of the damaged end just hanging out there. And then I have the front here placed on the fold like I'm supposed to, but it's hanging off over the edge where the damaged fabric is at. So that's not going to work. This dress is going to end up being in way more tinier pieces than I want it to be. And I've been just sitting here fiddling around trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Because even if I fold it the other way, have the fabric long waist, okay, so here's the fabric unfolded. Yes, it does fit this way, but I wanted to add several inches. I wasn't quite sure. I needed to retry the top on and figure that out. But I wanted to add several inches, probably like 6 or 12 inches onto the bottom. Yeah, that's not going to be an option either. So here's the sleeve over here. Yeah, it goes past that 2-inch edge over there. And technically it fans out and would have to fan out, but I can't do that. So yeah, I have to figure out the sleeve situation now too. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. Okay. So I looked out. I tried on that top again, and actually it ends right where that little black line is. So that's awesome because that's a whole 5 extra inches, which is pretty much like a normal t-shirt length. It actually ends, I don't know how to describe where it ends, but it pretty much ends right where I would put my jeans. But I figured I'd give it a little extra inch just for safekeeping. It does round a little bit right here at the waist, but I figured I would just make it a straight cut. That way I have a little more fabric to gather. I'm hoping that doesn't bite me in the butt, and it's not like a lot of fabric to gather, but I can always just mark it and then come back if I want to and sew, cut that off and sew on that line. Anyway, it's better to have that extra fabric and cut off what I don't want later, because I can't add what's not there. So, so I just figure I'll add that little extra inch right here at the bottom and make that a straight line so I have more fabric to gather, and hopefully it's cuter. If not, whatever. Like I said, I can cut it off. So I looked out. Oh, and I have 3 inches up here at the top that I am not using. Just because I did see that there is a little tear right at the 3-inch mark. So we have 3 inches up there at the top that we're not using, but I have an extra inch at the bottom. Woohoo, it all lucked out. So now I need to finish cutting this out and cut the back, doing the same-ish thing, pretty much, making it a straight line and adding an extra inch to the bottom. And then I at least have the top, and I have to figure out the sleeves. Okay, so I have the 2 tops cut out. That's the back, that's the front. That's what they look like. I have even gone through, and you can't even tell because I used pen. I have even gone through and drawn the 3 lines about 2 inches apart of where I think I want the elastics to be. I'm pretty sure that's where I want the elastics to be. And I think I'm only going to have 3. I might put more, but that's what I'm thinking for right now, is 3. So anyway, there's the top, there's the bottom. So to figure out the height of all the tiers, when I had the mock-up on, I had measured from where the mock-up ends down to the floor. So that is, the mock-up ends right where that black line is, and that's 5 inches down to the end of this pattern. 6 if you count the extra inch I added, but we're not going to count that for funsies. Because I don't know why, because I just don't want to add it. 39 minus 5 is 34 inches. So here's math. It's easy math, people. 34 inches down to the ground. I think I want 3 tiers because, 3 up here, 3 is an odd number. 3 is a pretty number. So we're going to divide that by 3. That equals 11.3. So that is about the height of each tier I'm going to have. Technically, I'm going to have to add seam allowance. So we're going to probably add an extra inch to that. Then I measured the bottom of the top from this length and this length. I measured those, times them by 2 because they're both on the fold. And that was 13 plus 13. Oh, dang it. My math is wrong. Whoopsie. Anyway. That's 13 plus 13. And that actually equals 26, which is what I wrote down, which is 13 plus 13 equals 26. That is not double of what the top is. So, oopsie, all this math is totally worthless now. But anyway, if you double that, that would be 36. Why do I have 36 now? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to start this all over. Pause. I'll be right back. No, my math is fine. My math was fine. So we're going to ignore that. Okay, so, don't mind my tape on the floor. So, 52 is how many inches are on the waist. So 52, and then I'm going to have my first tier, and I'm going to times that by 2, which is 104. My second tier is, once again, times that by 2, because I'm going to go double the ruffle. It's 208, and then 416. Hopefully I have enough fabric
Anyway, and then I actually added that inch that I was talking about earlier. So the height of each tier is going to be pretty much a foot and a third of an inch. And then they're going to be all that many inches. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I have that much fabric. We'll see. Okay, in case if I don't have double the amount, I already did the math for 1.5 times. So that would be 78. Then what for the first tier in length, the next tier 117, and then the next tier 175.5. So there's the rough math. This one looks a lot less intimidating than that one. So I might go for this one, but we'll see. Okay, my fabric was only 23 inches wide, minus the 26 inches, sorry. 26 inches wide. 26 inches wide, minus the 2 to 3 inches that you have to cut off because it's damaged fabric. So I tore off on this end. Only leaves me with 22 for the smallest one. Like this one is now 22 inches across. If I roughly lay my tape measure down for you, you can see it is 22 inches across. Like it's not the best measuring, but about 22 inches across. This one is definitely the worst. I had to cut off 4 inches instead of like the 3 that I normally have to cut off. But still, 23 inches divided by 2 does not equal 12. Doesn't even equal that 11.3. Actually, I guess 23. Yeah, 23 will equal like 11.5 inches. So I think I'm going to have to go with 4 tiers. So I quickly redid the math for that. So the height of 34 inches divided by 4 would equal 8.5 plus an extra inch for seam allowance equals 9.5. I could do 9.5. That means I would have, like a 3-4 inch gap. Actually, it's like 3-2 inch gap on the edge of all of them. That's just gonna have to be wasted fabric. I'll have to figure out something to do with all that. I did another tier, so that means we can definitely not do double. We have to do 1.5. I don't think I would have enough to double each tier because that was a crap load of fabric. I mean, I don't know. I might have enough. But either way, I went with the 1.5, so I added a 4th tier. That equals 263. Altogether, 633.5 inches of fabric, of length of fabric, all being the height of about 9.5 inches. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Okay. That's a lot of fabric to tear and a lot of fabric to cut. But that's gonna be my life for the rest of the day, is making all this fabric. Okay, here's what the sleeve looks like. The same sleeve pattern, but I have it up here at this corner, and then I just snipped off this little teeny tiny bit. Same for the other side. It's the same way. It goes kind of straightish line. It's a little staggered out there, but anyway, I just cut off about the same amount on the other side. And from this dot downwards is 24 inches. I think that's way too much. I think I need like 22, but I figured give myself a couple of inches just for safekeeping. Other than that, the sleeve pattern is the exact same. Do I wish I could have kept it the fan width the whole way down? Yes, but I'm also afraid of running out of fabric. So I think this should work. I think this should be poofy the whole way down. Hopefully. Because I didn't make a mock-up.
You guys get to see me wear pants. I almost like never wear pants on this channel, so whew. Anyway, I have assembled the top. I still need to cut out the strips for the bottom, but we'll get there when we get there. Anyway, I figure let's assemble the top and make sure I like the way we are headed and going before cutting out a bunch of 11-inch wide strips. Anyway, so don't mind the pink yarn. I didn't want to finish the neckline and put an elastic in it if I didn't like where this was all going. So I just did that zigzag stitch with the yarn gathering trick thingy. Still a little weary and cautious of this because I've had the yarn break several times on me, so I was a little terrified. But anyway, this is where we're at. This is and if you notice, I do have it on inside out. I do have my seams sticking out because I have with pen because I don't have a chalk. I don't have tailor's chalk. And I don't like working with tailor's chalk. It feels so I have marked with black pen the 3 lines that I thought I would need for my waist, one right here, one right here, one right here. I feel like I need a 4th. And then I have black lines on my sleeves for where I have the gathered on the mock-up that's over there. And I thought maybe I would want the gathers on this thing too right there. So this is what it looks like without the gathers. And now I'm going to wrap some elastic. I don't want to like do more of this yarn and have to unpick. So I'm just gonna like put the elastic on and try to line it up with the lines the best I can and see how that looks and then see if I like it and proceed moving forward. So I'll bring you right back. I look like a witch. I look like a witch. One second, one second. Oh man, I look like a witch. I feel like a witch. I used to actually have a Halloween costume. It was actually my sister's and then mine. It was pretty much the same getup. It had like literally, it was like the exact same getup. Except for I guess the sleeves were like raggedy and the bottom was raggedy, and I guess it was a corset, not elastic waist, but same getup. Oh, I feel like my childhood self. Okay, as you can probably tell, I am enjoying this. I am laughing my butt off at this. So I guess it is safe to say I am going to add one more line right here. That's hopefully about the same distance as the other ones. And then I'm definitely going to add the elastics on the sleeves. I don't know if I want to add the lower ones. I'm kind of enjoying the billowiness of this. But definitely for now, the upper ones. But yeah, I think I'm ready to proceed forward and add the 4 elastics here, the ones on the sleeves and the one at the collar. And then I guess after that, we'll cut out the pockets and the strips for the skirt and add those. But I look like a witch. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. This looks really cute as a shirt. But we're not going to leave it as a shirt. Now that the distraction's over, this is what the top looks like now with the elastics. I think this strap I did a little too tight. It's a little not comfortable. Just this arm. Not this one. This one's fine. All the other ones are fine. This one feels a little tight. That kind of sucks because I'm not about to go undo that. It was not fun. Oh no. Anyway, this one is feeling, the sleeve's feeling a little tight. This is what it looks like so far. It looks like a cute, really cute shirt. But now I've got to add the skirt to this, and I am not looking forward to all those tears and gathering them. I have cut them out, and that bottom tier is so freaking long, and I'm like, how are we gonna gather this? And then I'm sitting here like, do I have enough? Do I have enough of this stuff? Because that bottom tier is huge. So yeah, the adventures that are coming my way. I don't think I'm gonna put another elastics on the wrist because I just don't like the way that looks. I was playing with that. I was doing this and I had my fancy smancy string this side. And I went whoosh. And then we tight the slip knot. And we make that even all the way around on the wrist. Make it smaller because I don't like how big that is. Okay, now we tighten that around the wrist. Even then, that's a little big still. Yeah, either way, you get the concept. I don't like the way that looks. And like, if I do another one, I definitely will not like an elastic around my elbow. So I think I will leave them as they are. I'm just going to do like a normal small hem on the sleeve, or maybe a bigger hem because these are kind of long sleeves. And then if I need to like pull up my sleeve or something, I can tuck them in the elastic up here, up on my arms. So I think I should be fine. I think, oh yeah, that might help with the elastic if I had it further down. Anyway, I think it will be fine if I just do a small hem or whatever type of hem I do on these sleeves. So, yeah. Okay. Now on to all those freaking tears, all those tears of the skirt. And yes, I know my pockets are going to probably be a little, I guess they won't be that low. I feel like they were going to be low, but I guess they won't be that low. But yeah. Okay. On to tears, on to figuring this out. Okay, it's a little short. It's a little Okay, so I have the first two tiers on. I actually probably could undo some of the pins on the first two tiers. But anyway, I had the first two tiers on. I've got pockets. They're a little low, but they'll do. I just didn't want to put them all the way up here. I felt like that was too high for pockets. So I put them down here, but now I'm like, that's a little low. But I'd rather have them low than high. But anyway, I have never been so tempted to not finish this project. I mean, granted, I will probably not finish this project because I only have a handful of hours to finish this dress. So I'm pretty sure the trim will not get put on in this video. We'll see. But either way, I have never been so tempted to not finish a project. This looks so Lolita Goth that I just want to leave it as it is. I mean, the hem is not the hem. The dress is a little short. I would like it like an inch longer, but it's so Lolita Goth. It's so Lolita Goth, it hurts, and I want to leave it like this because it's so perfect. Oh, wait. Oh my gosh. That's so much better. I just put a petticoat on underneath, and it just makes it stick out. Oh my gosh, if I had like a thicker petticoat, it's just, it's so perfect. It's so cute. I really don't want to finish the dress. I want to leave it as it is. It's just so cute. Should I finish it? Should I put 2 more tiers on? I'm kind of half tempted to make this dress all over again and make a Lolita Goth. Do I have enough fabric? This is all I have left. I literally cut everything out, put it away, and this is like all I have left. Is it enough? I don't know. Probably not, because that used up a lot of fabric. I'm actually surprised I still had leftovers. I probably could have actually done double. I did 1.5 length or 1.5 gathers. I probably could have done double, but I'm really kind of glad I didn't because this bottom tier is like, whoa, bam. Oh, but I'm so tempted to not finish this dress. I'm gonna finish it because I need a dress for the beach. I would like to have like a long sleeve, floor length dress for the beach. Yes, I know black on a beach is still is a bad idea, but it's so cute. I'm gonna have to get black fabric and make another one of these. Oh, it's just so cute. It's really cute, and I really don't want to finish it. It's really, really cute. I also need to cut my bangs, but that probably won't happen. Okay. I only have a couple hours. I only have like 4 hours to hurry and finish this dress, film a review, and then be done. So, hopefully I can do that. Yikes. Okay. Oh. It's too cute to ruin and add more layers on. It's just so cute. Okay. If I did make this Lolita Goth, I'd probably want to put some like lace around the wrists and probably the hem at the bottom. Maybe the neckline. No, I don't know. Definitely some lace around the hands. Oh, it's so cute. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to explain real quickly how I add the tiers onto the dress. So I have gone through, and each tier I have folded in half and then marked with technically white pins. And then I folded in half again, and I have marked the other ones. I guess I folded in half the other way, but it doesn't matter. Either way, I folded in half again. So halfway through are white pins, 2 white pins, and halfway through are 2 silver pins. The 2 silver pins are the sides. So this is one side, this is the other side. So this one is actually really easy because it has a side seam. This one does not, because it is actually one full strip. So this is one side. The other side does have a side seam. Oop, right here. See, this one has a side seam. So they'll actually, side seams will match up. The center front and the center back are these white pins. Same with on the dress, they're the white pins. Anyway, then I folded it in half again. So halfway between the white pins and the silver pins are blue pins. So they are like the quarter mark. So we have this blue pin and that blue pin. For the bottom tier, yes, I have done the bottom tier. This is like the 3rd tier, and that's the 2nd tier. Don't ask me why I did it that way, but I did. I folded from the silver to the blue and marked, once again, a pink spot. Just because it was so much fabric, I figured I would need another marker. And then I did it for each tier, top and bottom. So the silver will match the silver, the pink will match the pink, at least on the bottom it did. In this case, I don't think I'll need it, so I'll probably take that pink pin out. And the blue will match the blue. And I will gather this down till the blue matches, and the silver matches, and the white matches. Then I take the front of the, the dress of the top tier, and I will match it to seam. So front side facing wrong side, because this is the wrong side, as you can see. And I will match up those little lines and then sew 2 strips, one near the top and one near the bottom, and just sew 2 strips. And then it will look like this. So we've got this row gathered, and then I sewed over the top of the 2 rows of gathered. And that's how I got these cute little ruffly tiers. My game plan, hold on a second. My game plan is eventually one day, probably not today because I'm running out of time, is to put this lace trim right in between, possibly, because I don't know if I like it or not. Oh no, it does look cute. Is to put this lace trim right in between those 2 sew lines and just sew right on top of it. It probably won't happen today, but eventually one day I would like to do that. So, yep, that is how I'm attaching the tiers. Oh, one quick thing to explain. At the silver and white pins is where my gathering threads start and end. So they start and end there. And at this silver, same for this white one. They start and end right there at those pins. And then I just take 1/4 one side, gather it to the blue, take the other side, gather it to the other blue, and so on and so on and so forth till it is all gathered down. Okay, and hopefully that also made sense.
Okay, now there's cloud cover. Just a little bit. Doesn't look like it's gonna last long. Okay, so review time. Oh, there went that cloud. I love this dress. It's not quite complete. It's not exactly how I'd want it. If you haven't noticed, I was kind of catching leaves on the hem because I actually haven't hemmed this bottom. Oh, now the sun is super bright. Holy crap. I actually haven't had time to finish hemming the bottom. I will have to go back and do that, but it was enough to do this review, whatever. And like I said earlier, I would like to do the braided trim. I actually think I want to do the braid trim. I'm not sure because I really like the way it is now, but I kind of also really want to do the braid trim. And oh my gosh, that sun is getting brighter. And there's no more clouds. Okay, sorry, I'm going to be squinting a lot. Maybe I should get sunglasses for this. Pause. I'm going to get sunglasses. Okay, hopefully I'm still connected. I just totally walked back to the car, got my sunnies, and came back. Because it is bright and not a cloud in the sky anymore. And I don't want to be squinty and be like, face to you guys. So sunny as it is. Anyway, I like the dress. I need to finish the hem. I talked about that. I think I want to do the braid trim, but I'm not sure because I really kind of like it without it. So I'm gonna have to see, like, pin the braided trim on and see how I feel about that. But as it stands, I kind of like it without it. I also still really wish I had the Lolita version. Part of me still loves that version a little bit more. I do love this one. I love how big that bottom tier is. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my circle skirts, but man, the whoa-bam width of this, like, the width of this is awesome. The swirly impact of this is awesome. I'm enjoying that. I am loving that girth of a hem. I did not love gathering it. I did not love sewing it on, but I am loving frolicking and moving around in it. I think it'll be super nice on the beach to have that much room for air to flow. I also think the sleeves, having them be bigger, will make them nice for like airflow too, instead of having them like cinch several spots. I am loving this skirt, but I'm also like, I want the Lolita. I also love that because it's all black, I can wear like my black corset, which I almost never wear because I never have anything to wear with it. So I love how I get to bring this bad boy back out of the closet and get to wear my corset again. And I get to bring out my inner goth, and I love it. I get to wear my goth bracelets and my goth jewelry that I almost never wear because I never have an excuse. So I'm excited to bring all that back out. I need to get myself some more black clothing, black dresses that I can just bring out my inner goth. Maybe pink and black, because I do wear a lot of pink. Yeah, I'm thinking I might make some pink and black. Go like pink goth, Lolita goth. No, is that a thing? Pastel goth. Pastel goth. I know that's a thing. Pink goth and pastel goth. That's a thing. I need to embrace that inner part of me more. I am glad that I did have the pockets lower because now putting on the corset, I'm like, if I had them up too high, I would not been able to have access to them with the corset. But now having with the corset, the pockets are really at a good spot. So they're still feel a little low, but it is what it is. I'd rather have them low. I also was totally planning on doing this in heels, but it just rained, so my heels literally just kept sinking through the ground. Even if I walked on my toes, my heels kept sinking. So barefoot, practical magic. Background it was, oh, I should have done some like, should have done some hands in the air kind of action with the reveal. Oh well, too late now. Oh, look, a cloud. Yay, a cloud. Where did you come from? Look, a cloud. You guys can see my face again. That's so nice. Now I should do the reveal. Do the review. Whatever. Yay, cloud. Now that I'm pretty much done. Anyway, I think that's all I really wanted to talk about was that I love the, I love that I put the elastics because then I have the size ability. I know I don't change sizes like at all. I know I'm a little bit chubbier since moving out here. So in like the last 3 years, I've gotten a little bit chubbier, but I really don't change sizes a whole lot. But if I ever do get bigger, I like how it's all stretchy, elasticy, so I have room to grow and shrink in. The sleeves, I still feel like this one, the elastic is a little too tight. This one's fine, but it's not worth changing. So yeah, I like it. I really, really like this dress. I love how I get to bring out my inner goth and I get to be all, yay, goth. So, so if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you can see more videos that I make and all that fun jazz. And I will see you in my next video. Actually, my next video is a birthday video. It's going to be my birthday here soon. And I need questions for my birthday. I should put this in the intro at the beginning. But I need birthday questions. So please comment below. Birthday questions or just questions in general about sewing, me, anything in general. I'll pick and choose what ones I choose. What ones to answer. But anyway, next episode, my birthday. I need some questions to answer for my birthday Q&A. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around this long, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Now I'm gonna go home and take a nap. I am freaking tired. Oh. Okay, as I'm wrapping up and cleaning up, I found a spider in my hair. So the spiders approve. Oh, hopefully you can hear me over that car. But anyway, I found a spider in my hair, so the spiders approve. They totally like this dress. Also, I now just put like my camera and mic and everything in my pockets. And my pockets are so secure that I do not feel them move around or like drag down. That's the thing I hate about putting pockets in dresses, is like you only have that one spot that holds the pocket, so it like weighs down. But my pockets, let's see if I can do this. You even see that? So I have my pockets right here secured on the side like normal pockets, and then I have them secured all the way up in this ruffle, and then secured in this bottom ruffle down here. So they are like, this is the pocket right here. So that is a pocket right there, and it is secure, 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 and I cannot feel any of the weight in there. I can't feel it like swish and kind of barely hit my leg, but I can't feel it like the weight dragging down. And because I don't have a petticoat, it's not gonna be pushing up, and you can see the square of your phone or whatever's in your object in your pockets, because I hate that. So I won't have a petticoat in this dress like ever pushing up against that pocket showing what's in your pocket. So yay for a dress that has pockets, because I freaking hate pockets in dresses, and this one doesn't reach all those things of why I hate pockets itself. It's pockets in dresses. So win. That is a total win in my world. Very rarely do I hit that marker. Yay. Okay, now I'm gonna go. Now I'm gonna go home, make dinner, go to bed, nap. I'm tired. Okay, it's been a while since I've done this. Let's figure out how to do this. Man, I need to dust my office. That is gross. Okay, apparently I need to dust my office. Okay. Goth and Bohemian. Yeah, this is probably gonna end up really bad. No, it's gonna end up really, really great. It's gonna be miserable at the beach, but it's gonna be great. I'm just Goth and Bohemian, and that just feel wrong to say together. They feel bad to say together, but we're going with it. It's a theme. We're going with it. We're running with it. Goth and Bohemian. I'm gonna create this whole new genre. Instead of, like Lolita Goth or Pink Goth or Pastel Goth, we're gonna go Bohemian Goth. All that stuff was weird and wrong to say. It's just new. It's just new. Bohemian Goth. We're running with it. I'm running with it. Bohemian Goth. Okay. Like I said, this pattern, I'll put it up here somewhere, is technically, funny enough, it's Deer's skirts too. Oh. I look like a witch. Oh my gosh, I look like a witch. My husband just asked if I should be burned at the stake. I'm a witch. Even he thinks I'm a witch. I'm a witch.